In Sosua, we found soft sand beaches and a clean, sparkling ocean. Delicious food, friendly people, balmy weather that was never too humid, and music that began right inside the airport. At our small hotel, we looked down every morning at the sea, at the pool, and at the people who took great care to maintain the resort. Although our hotel was in excellent condition, we were surprised that immediately to the east of us, there were similar hotel buildings that had been abandoned only a few years before. The jungle-like vegetation was quickly reclaiming these once lovely resorts. But on the other side of our hotel, a huge casino was just being completed, and new construction, or remodeling, could be seen in many parts of town. One expat we spoke with put it this way: things are always changing here, but nothing ever really changes. And we had to agree with this, since we had visited Sosua's main beach for an afternoon 14 years earlier while staying in a nearby town. The long beach with its gentle waves was exactly the same, as was the shady path that runs along its entire length. This path is filled with souvenir stalls, as well as cafes and bars that cater to foreigners and natives alike. The main differences we noticed from our earlier visit were that the stalls now featured tribal art, and we also saw roots that we didn't remember that supposedly make a very invigorating drink called mamawana. While lots of Dominicans enjoy Sosua Beach, the public beach below our hotel seemed filled with Europeans. Dutch was the language we heard most often, but we also heard German, French, and British English. It's easy to walk anywhere you want to go in Sosua. There is a lot of commerce to observe, and many Dominicans must hustle to make their livings. They were under a dictator when we visited before, but it doesn't appear that a more democratic form of government has brought many economic advantages. While most Dominican children seemed to be happy, it was sad to see how some were not in school because they were working. This little girl outside of school had snacks that she sold to the students, and at times she would let herself watch the classes inside. We did leave Sosua one day to take a bumpy bus ride along rice fields, beaches, and small towns surrounded by jungle. We rode to the peninsula of Samana, and from there took a short boat ride to the island of Cayo Levantado. It had a lovely beach, but a cruise ship docked offshore made it a bit crowded and touristy. There were, however, many activities and entertainments for the island's visitors.
Está bien. Yo voy a ser un diccionario con las palabras del amor en el idioma de los dioses para cantarle al corazón serán palabras tan hermosas.
While we didn't regret our day's outing. We realized when we got back to our own beach in Sosua that it was really the ideal place for swimming and relaxing. And so, if you're looking for a beach vacation that's an alternative to Hawaii or Mexico, you really should consider a visit to Sosua.